It was cold this morning in the van. I was still in vest and pants, but I was cold. I had a sleeping bag, still in a duvet, so again I wasn't fully wrapped, I guess, but I had the hood up over my head. That hood makes a big difference, I tell you. It is really good. Just had an Uber driver lost on his bike. I tried showing him the shortcut, but he didn't understand my directions. Might have been a language thing. So I just watched him, and he didn't go to the turning that I said. He'll still get there the way he's going, but he's just gone the extra long way. He could have cut out a lot of cycling. It's on an e-bike, so it's not too bad, I guess. So I will be doing an Uber and Just Eat. Before I start my shift, I'm just heading off to post off some books I sold with an app called Sell My Books. If you've not ever used that, it's an app where any old books, these used to be CDs as well, DVDs. You occasionally do get a DVD or a CD go through, but not always. All you do is you scan the item, and then they give you a price for it. It's obviously a lot lower because they're a reseller, and they resell. Obviously, I've checked out. You know, if they buy it from you for a pound, they're selling it for like £7-8 quid. But if you can't be bothered listing books for sale or listing items for sale constantly, individually, this saves a lot of aggro. And these are old books I can't be bothered listing. People are probably aren't going to buy them through my listing. So you just scan it, give you a price. You need to get a £5 in total. But for some reason they let me do it for £3.80 this time. Maybe because I've used them a lot, don't know. And then you confirm it all. They say, how do you want to be paid? Like bank transfer or PayPal. I picked PayPal this time. And then they give you options for delivery. So I've picked in-post, so I can just go and post it into an in-post box. If you maybe have £15 worth, they'll let you do like a pick-up from your house. So DPD normally come to your house and pick up the items. So it's a really good service. So I'm going to do that now. Drop that off. And I've also sold an old keyboard that I don't use. Like, when I say keyboard, I mean like a Bluetooth keyboard for the computer, a Logitech K780 wireless one. Very, very good as a keyboard. It's very good because it allows you to use Bluetooth, so you can use your keyboard on your laptop, on your computer, on your iPad, on your phone. It's got a built-in tray as well, so on the tray you put the phone and you can rest it, so it's like a built-in holder. So you can put your laptop or your tablet inside, not your laptop, your tablet inside it. It will hold your tablet while you're typing. You can put your phone in next to it. Brilliant. And then I've got the mouse for sale as well, and that allows you to connect to 3 devices at once, so you can switch devices. So you could have your laptop, your tablet and your phone being used by the same keyboard and mouse. Then you just switch through them. Very cool. But I've got £20 for that, and that's an in-post drop-off. But that's from Vinted. If you've never used Vinted yet, I started using Vinted probably 6 weeks ago. Got my account banned in the first 4 hours. Madness. But 2 weeks later, I got it back. They realised they made a mistake, thankfully. Because Vinted earned me, I would say, I think we're sitting at £70 just from selling old stuff on Vinted, old clothes. And now they allow you to sell things like keyboards and mice and things like that. I've sold an ornament that I had for years that I never was doing anything with. Got a £5 for that. So yeah, check it out, Vinted as well. Let's go and get these posted. That's in post done. I've got 2 parcels going off, so in about 2 weeks I'll get £3.90, or it was, for the books I sold on Sell My Books. If you're interested, I can put a link down to how you join them and how you can do it yourself. It's all done through an app on your phone. It's really simple, free to join. They had a promotion as well that you get £5 just for signing up. I don't know if that's still going, I'd have a look. And the other one is Vinted. Very good, that's posted now. And that'll be there within 2 to 3 days. And then they'll credit £20 into my account on Vinted. Then you can either keep it in there or withdraw it to your bank. Yeah, really cool. So I've just turned on Uber and I got a £10 order straight away, which is like an hour and 15-minute round trip. So they think £10 justifies driving for an hour and 15 minutes. Already it's below minimum wage without your fees on top. So I don't understand their pricing at the moment, Uber. Then they offered me another one, which is still out of this town into another town, and that was £5. Uber's pricings have gone a bit bonkers. I don't know what's going on. But I've got no Just Eat until 12 o'clock, so we'll just go with the flow, but I just have to accept it for what it is. Just arrived at Asda. It's a £4.90 order, going about a mile and a bit away. Just waiting there. Asda's hit and miss. Sometimes it's a small order, you might get 1 bag, sometimes you get like 20 bags. So, cross fingers. Just checked, it's 40 items. When I first started doing groceries, it used to be like 10 items, 15 items at most. That's what you pick up. It was just like people that needed little extra boosts throughout the week or they forgot stuff. Now it's like full week or month shops. I've done 200 items once. Ridiculous. But it's more work for us, isn't it, I guess. But poor old cyclists, I see cyclists turn up and they've got like 150 items. They're like, I can't carry that. My mate was telling me the other day that he, on his pedal bike, not even e-bike, just pedal bike, he had like 4 2-litre bottles or 6 2-litre bottles of water, plus drinks and other stuff. He took it, put it in his bag, but he said it was dangerous. He was like swinging everywhere. That's a lot of weight. You know, you're looking at 2 kilos per bottle, 2, 4, that's 12 kilos just on your back with the other stuff. It's a lot of weight. That's that one done. 5 bags, dropped it at the door, took a photo. Couldn't really show you it. There's too many bags to carry. But this is why professional food delivery people have a GoPro with their phone, because then they can film hands-free. But I just got a Greg's order, which is going out to Faversham for £9. That's going to be hit and miss. If it's a clear road, I can do it in 35-40 minutes, which works out still near minimum wage, just under. But we will see. But let's go and pick that one up now. Again, it's not possible to actually show you the deliveries. Oh. Yeah, it's not possible to show you the deliveries I'm doing. Because I'm using the phone with the customer, so you're taking a photo with your phone, so you can't actually show the process you're doing. But which is why they use headsets, don't they? And they film their phone from another camera when they swipe it. It's just a nice visual effect, isn't it, when you swipe the camera. So that was £9, I think 70. That's quite a mission, that one. Don't know how far it was in the end. About 7-8 miles. But now I've got to drive back 7-8 miles empty. That's the only downside to doing longer ones. But the road was really clear and smooth here. Hopefully it's the same back, and hopefully when I'm about 3 miles away, it'll ping me something else. That's the plan. I don't always do these long ones because they're not really beneficial, but it depends on the state of the traffic in the area I'm in. So if I'm delivering in Sittingbourne and it's really heavy traffic in the town, I'll take some of these longer ones out, just so I don't have to sit in standstill traffic for ages. A couple of things in this video, what I wanted to go through as well. Well, the main reason what the video was about originally is I want to go through, got the MOT, that's why, it's to do with this, MOT, and to do with AdBlue systems, and how a product that was discovered a few months ago potentially saved me hundreds, if not thousands of pounds in repair costs and maintenance costs and things like that. And it probably helped me, we did help me pass the MOT long term. So I want to show you this product after and go through the MOT. So I did the MOT and it's passed. Let's get it out of the way. It failed on two things: a light bulb and a tyre had a cut in it, which it did. So we've got a new tyre put on the rear, and then the rear offside. The offside near side's always been weird to me. I always think of an onside being driver's side, but it's not. It's the onside is the nearest side to the, or the near side, sorry, is the one nearest to the curb. But that always feels like it's the offside to me. So yeah, got the tyre replaced, and then they did the bulb 45p including fitting as well, which was nice of them. Literally this is just stick the bulb and it's done. And then they managed to do the retest as well straight away as well. So that was very handy. So, that was Formula 1 in Sittingbourne, that was. Really good. I was really happy with them. So yeah, MOT's passed. But let me go and do another delivery and then we'll go through a product I used. I originally tested it in an old video. I'll try and link to that one because it's quite a long time ago when the issue first started. But it's been 7 months and this one product stopped that issue reoccurring again. Which is really cool. I think it was a YouTuber or YouTube comment that actually suggested it. Currently £14.67, 2 deliveries, and we did, how many miles we done? 16, 17 miles? 20 miles so far. It's mad. It's 20 past 11 on the shift, so still got time, got a lunch bit to do yet. So the MOT, yeah, going through that was the minor defects to the car is a registration plate lamp inoperative in the case of multiple lamps or light sources on the near side, and then the back offside rear needs doing. So that's the one behind me, needs doing. We're at 112,000 miles now. So then MOT pass. So going back to what I was going to say was in February, it was in January and December when it first happened, my AdBlue light came on and constantly it was doing the countdown from 700 miles down to 0, and I was using a device which I'll show you here, one of these devices, to reset the clock. So I was erasing the code so it didn't exist anymore to the system, and then that would make the AdBlue reset, and then within like 30 miles it would trigger again and the old process would start. But that bought me a bit of time because I was like, I ain't got enough money, and all the research was AdBlue systems when they go wrong cost a lot of money. It happened to my dad, it cost him a lot of money, and a few people I know. Anyway, I was using the reset method, but I couldn't do that indefinitely. I filled up the AdBlue, that weren't the issue. Watch that video, you'll see that the warning lights were on, I had the countdown timer, and things just weren't working properly. So, I keep saying so now as well, because I'm people watching. Someone recommended a product, Crystal Clean Protect by Wynn. It's this. And they said you put it into your AdBlue tank and it's a cleaner. It cleans the crystals that build up If you look at AdBlue, if you store it incorrectly, it forms like these crystals, and apparently they block the sensors. Like, I think it's called the NOx sensor, and there's a couple other sensors that they can block. So I went to, I think it was Pro Tire, and they looked at my codes to see if they could work out what it was. They couldn't. They said go to Peugeot, and maybe they can clarify it all. So that cost 30 quid, I think, for that. Then I looked at the idea of the remapping, where they just wipe AdBlue from your system. I thought, oh, that could be an option. But I was just worried about the resale part of the van, if it could interfere with that. Don't know how, but it just entered my head. The YouTuber said, try this out, Wynn's Crystal Clean Protect. So, put one in, and nothing happened. Then put the second one in. Tried it again, put a second one in. And without resetting it, I noticed that the uric acid symbol would go off and then on, off and then on, which it weren't doing. It was always staying on constant. So I thought, oh right, so it's turning on and off. Does that mean it's the sensor's starting to, you know, clean and register things? So we put a third treatment in about a week later, and I noticed while driving, the uric acid, like the urea light, went off, and then the AdBlue light went off. I was like, oh, no resetting, didn't it? It's gone off. Carried on driving. I think a couple of weeks later it came back on again, and then the clock started counting down. Within 100 miles it then went off again. So it felt like there was something happening. So we put a fourth final treatment in over a course of like 6 to 7 weeks, and then that one was the last one I put in. And so far, since February, and it's now September, it hasn't come on anymore. So it's this. It has to be this. Cleaning that stuff out of the tank. The next time I fit up the AdBlue, I'll be putting another one of these in again and just maintaining it with that. But I don't know who was on YouTube that recommended it, but game changing. It would have failed the MOT for that. They would have probably tried setting a new NOx sensor, which they did to, I think, my dad, and then that wasn't the issue in the end. So he paid for all that, and it wasn't that. They might try sending you a new AdBlue tank, which is another thing they mentioned. That costs a lot of money. So yeah, if you get a chance, Wynn's Crystal Clean Protect, you can get it on Amazon. I'll stick a link in for that. So yeah, I'll put that in. Put 4 of them in total in the end. And then the other thing I'm currently doing is just, when I fill up the tank every so often, I put in the diesel cleaner to maintain that. The engine size and emission size of everything, it passed. So I'm over the moon with that. Over the moon with that. I'll quickly grab some lunch. Something short, quick to eat. Then I've got a shift 12 until 3. Do like Coronation chicken. Got myself a Jimmy iced coffee, a protein pudding. I got the prawn sandwich, £3.60 with Morrisons meal deal. That's not too bad actually. So I'm going to eat this and then get this next shift started. Oh. I'm not expecting much, to be honest, for this shift. Just Eat have been putting promos on, like complete 7 deliveries in a 7-hour period and you get a £15 bonus. Did it last week. They gave me 3 orders. And I've just got a feeling they're doing it to get drivers out, but they're not actually giving the drivers the full orders. So the drivers aren't completing the challenges. Just got a Just Eat. It's a Greg's drive-through. £6. First one, 12:05. So let's see if we can get some orders in. It's a 3-hour shift. So if you manage to get 2 orders an hour, that gets you your 6 orders. You need 7 orders within the 7-hour time period. I've only got 1 shift within that period, so I've got 3 hours to get 7 orders done. But if they give me 7 orders in that period, then I get a £15 bonus, and that's going to be very, very useful. Now, if there's 7 single orders, that's not so great, because time-wise it's hard to fit that in. It only takes for them to give me 2 doubles, which is like a pick up from one place doing 2 deliveries, and suddenly it's far more achievable. But I don't know how kind Just Eat will be to do. We will see. It's now 1:10 and we've got £16, no we're not, it's a lie, £14 on Just Eat and £14 on Uber Eats, so it's £28. We've got great. We started at 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12. So yeah, £21 in 4 hours, had an half-hour break. It's still not good either way, is it? But if I get this promo, it'll be alright. I've got 4 more orders to complete on Just Eat, and then we get the £15 bonus. They just offered me a double. I accepted it. There was no signal, so it didn't go through, so I missed it. That would have put me on 5 orders, completing that, and I still would have had an hour and a half left. So I've got an hour and a half left now, and I still need 4 orders. So I need 2 doubles to get this bonus. Winds me up. This area and the signal is so temperamental. Alright, just done a double Subway, which was nice, pick up from one place. The high street's closed, so you've got to park further out, get in, and then get back out before the parking warden comes. But it's done. I've got 2 more orders to do to complete the challenge. And I've just been given a double. One is Boyce's Bakery, and one is Subway again. They're both in the high street. If I can get these 2 done within the hour, I will get the £15 bonus. The question is, can I do it? There's a lot of traffic at the moment, getting into town and getting out. So let's cross fingers that we can do this. Whew. Ah, it is 5 minutes to 3 o'clock, and it's good news, we did the challenge. I'll just be matched to another order, be back in a sec. Whew, now I rejected that order, £3.70 for an alcohol delivery again, not worth it. Where was I? Yeah, we did it. 3 hours, this shift was, 12 until 3. Because of that bonus, just remember there's a bonus, which doesn't always happen, it's a rare thing. £15 bonus, 7 orders, all completed, done. So we got £52 for that shift. I mean, that's rare. If that was every day, then you'd be laughing, wouldn't you? You'd be well happy doing 3 hours for 52 quid, but very rare. But take it while it comes. So yeah, 52 quid. And then before that, I did Uber, 9:30 until 11:30. Very quiet. I got £14. So £64. 3 o'clock. I was going to stay until 8 or 9, but I've got so much editing to do. I've got to edit the book, the final part, then I can release it on KDP. I've got to edit this video and a previous day 10 conversion video. Yeah, so that's going to take all night, the rest of the night. So, and I've been writing some new songs. I want to say that in this video as well. So much tragedy happening. That Irina Zarutska, that poor Ukrainian girl that was murdered in America. She fled the country to be safe and was murdered in the Western world where she's meant to be safer. Ridiculous. She was probably safer standing in a war-torn country with missiles flying over her. Because we protect criminals too much in the West. USA, UK, they protect criminals too much. And that guy that was released on a bail, free bail, no financial conditions. All we had to do was sign a form to say he'll turn up every week. A repeat offender, over 14 offences committed, burglaries, assaults, weapons. A guy that should not be on the streets. So she died because of the system again, and it happens a lot. Anyway, I don't want to go into politics. So yeah, I wrote a song about her because I saw the video. I wish I hadn't seen it. It's permanently scarred my mind, how I feel about things. I needed a way to express it, so I've put it through in a song. And then Charlie Kirk was assassinated. So I've wrote a song for his boys. Again, I don't know him, but I watch Charlie Kirk a lot. I like open debates and discussions, and it's just terrible. His kids were there, so I wrote a song like about their dad. They'll probably never hear it, but it's how I communicate. It's how I express and deal with things, either through music or through books or stories or things like that. So I've done them 2 songs. I wrote a song for the people of Great Britain as well. I've been working on. I've wrote a song about sort of men. It's hard to explain it. There's a previews out on YouTube. You'll see some of the shorts that I've done. It's about just being better people in general. How can we be better? How can we hold ourselves to higher standards and values? A song about that. And then I've done another song called A Line in the Sand, which is a song I'm working on. It's about going through it one final time, everything that this is my line in the sand now. I rejected the previous jobs I was going for. I'm never going to work for a person again or a company. I've decided that. So I've just got to struggle the rest of my life and find ways to make money, just so I can pursue the creative stuff that I like. And if it fails, I did it. I tried. I released loads of stuff, whatever. But if it succeeds and it did well, I could really make a difference to people's lives, I think. Like, there's so many things I want to do for the better of mankind. If I could get this software going for musicians, number one, that'd be amazing. It's life-changing for musicians, this software. There's other things as well, but until things move, I'm not going to go over them because I have all these fantasy ideas that just fail and flop. But doesn't mean I'm not going to stop trying. But anyway, the new book should be out next month once I edit it. The editing's the worst part. I've really struggled with the editing. Once you've done it, you've then got to go back over it and critique it. Really, you need an impartial person to read it and make changes and suggest changes. That's why they have editors separate to the writers and stuff. But its working title is Love at First Sound. It's about a food delivery guy in Brighton, where I used to live. Falls out of love with music, I guess, performing and playing. He's a songwriter, musician, and he's just working food delivery. It's not about me, but you can see a lot of things that are related to me, I guess, in the story. And he starts delivering to this place, and he hears music coming from it, and it's obviously a female he delivers to. He never sees her. He's always told to leave the food outside, but the music starts inspiring him, sparking fire with him to do music again. And then on the other side, the woman who's doing the music doesn't know that the delivery guy is listening and being inspired by her, and she's going through a stage in her life where she has no confidence, anxiety, and doesn't like performing or going out, so she just plays for herself, until one day she discovers through her Ring doorbell, every time that this delivery guy doesn't see him because his helmet's on, delivers, he nods his head or he taps to the music, and it starts building her confidence up. It's about 95 pages, so it's technically classed as a short story or a novella. I would like to expand it, maybe it could be longer, but if people like the short story, maybe I can expand it into a longer story, flush it out more. But I've never done comedy, romancy sort of thing before. The stuff I've been writing previously is sort of fiction, so there's a lot of other works, non-fiction and fiction, that I've been doing. I lost a lot of my work recently doing a Google Drive transfer from iCloud to Google Drive. I lost loads. It's frustrating. There's a book I wrote, I didn't finish it, 22 years ago, called The Lake. I still remember all the base of the story, but I lost all the structure and the intro and everything else putting it together. But the framework, obviously, I still remember and stuff. So I was trying to flush that out more, but I've lost it all. So I've got to start that from scratch. But I want to get Love at First Sound released next. Then I'll go back to one of my novelettes, which is a short story series based around the afterlife, but a hotel that's in the afterlife, and you go there before you pass on to where you need to go. It's kind of like an Airbnb after you've died. So it's a mixture of serious and comedy and things like that. Each book is a different person that's gone into the afterlife and going to the hotel. would love to have an illustrator work with me. I've tried drawing, they're not great. I know I could use AI for images to start, and then maybe hire somebody to do images for me. But I've drawn some. I might put some of my drawings into the book, but they're very rough, and I don't know how to use the graphical stuff for drawings to turn them digital. So that'd be something else to have to learn, and I just haven't got time. So if there's anyone out there that likes to draw and maybe wants to add images to this, I mean, I've sold 3 copies of the book. I've got 75p for the books. Maybe like I can put credits for you in the book, and then a commission or some kind. Every book we sell, you get a percentage. So I get 25p a sale. So I'll give you 5p. And I keep 20p. It's ridiculous saying it like that. If you sold 1 million, you're laughing, but yeah, I sold 3 copies. Right, I think that's everything covered in this video. I'm going to head back, now edit everything, put all the links in the bottom of the video, go check them all out. Links for I can't remember everything, the stuff I use for the AdBlue, links maybe for the books, links for other things I mentioned. They're all going to be in the description. I can't remember what they are. And I forgot to say as well, been monetized, halfway monetized. I can now, in the videos, you can send donations and tips straight in the videos, super thanks and super likes. It's a way of supporting me. If you want to see more of my books and more content and better quality content, so I can get some more equipment, like a camera to film with, not just my phone. I've now got a microphone, so I can record with a microphone, which is cool. My sister bought me that for my birthday. If you want to help the van build, all these donations go towards that, building out the studio, trying to record my next album and single. It all helps. There's also a membership I've added to here now. That's quite fun. If you check out the membership, you can see what the perks are to that. Not monetized for ads yet. I still need more subscribers. So just, if you can get people to subscribe, just tell them that just subscribe, don't watch him. Right now it helps. 1,000 subscribers is what I need, and I need 900 more watch hours, and then I can get money for ads. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to start annoying you with these like super thanks and likes and memberships, because there's people out there that have got like 100 people paying members, and it covers their wages that they can afford to live through memberships, AdSense, which means they're free to make more content. So if I can get deliveries down to 3 days a week and have 4 days off, and YouTube funds that, fantastic. But I'm not doing, when I say send me gifts or tips or things, I don't just want money for nothing like some people do. Like if you look at the membership, you get a lot of value for that as well. It's gonna be discounted merch. Some memberships, I've worked it out that I can probably send you a free CD or a vinyl at the end of the year, because they're quite expensive to get them print on demand made. Like they're made to demand, they're made to purchase, they're not stored. So they're a bit more expensive that way. But vinyls, free merch on one of the plans. But we'll go through it. I'll do a video about what the membership is if anyone's interested. It really makes a difference, you know, really does. For you, it might not sound like a lot, £3.99. But if enough people do that for me, it's my life changed. And suddenly it means I can record my next album, my single, get a new van, build a music studio in the van, give away free merch and other stuff. There's, yeah. Could even go towards funding the software plans in the future with enough people. Right, done. Thank you. You're all awesome. It's nice seeing the numbers slowly creep up. Have a great day. And yeah, we'll speak soon.